Halloween 2 from back, the 1981 specifically, not the Rob Zombie remake. Well, I'll get to that one in a minute, well, later on. A very beloved sequel, a lot of people love. Unfortunately, I'm the person that wouldn't put this as... This film is still an amazing film, it's just, some of the cons just hold it back for me. And this is a video where I explain why Halloween 2 isn't necessarily my preferred Michael Myers. This is just a huge criticism with the franchise itself, when it keeps doing this. When it puts Laurie Strode in the hospital, it gets boring and repetitive so quickly. But, again, there's still enough action in this film that I could consider it entertaining, and it is back-to-back from the original Halloween film, so I guess it's good consistency, but I just feel like Halloween 2 just tries to replicate the first Halloween film just a little too much at times. But even then, I still think this film is great. For example, like the final battle, even better than the first one. Like the whole, like, shooting out Michael Myers' eyes, like, for example, I have that in the background because genuinely that may be my favorite scene in the entire Halloween franchise. Even though Halloween 2 may not be my favorite or preferred Halloween sequel, it still has its iconic moments. So, I don't hate this film, I want to make that clear. I still love it a lot, but it is not one of my favorites in the franchise. It's just putting Laurie in the hospital and her being on the bed for a huge majority of this movie, it just kind of gets a little exhausting. But it's still a film that understands Michael Myers. Unlike Halloween Ends, which I'll get to. I keep making fun of that movie. I'm gonna keep making fun of that movie every time I review a Halloween film, because that film is something. I'll say that much. It just fully understands Michael. Same with Dr. Loomis. Both of them are so perfect in this movie. Those are just huge pros. Laurie Strode is also pretty good when she's not just laying on the hospital bed. Like, when she's actually doing things. Great. Like I said, this film has so much iconic scenes. Like, he got ran over, because the police thought that was Michael. Which, pretty fucking stupid. Not as stupid as Halloween Kills. The plot and story, again, the plot and story just continues where the first one left off, so it's not super hard to understand. It's also pretty straightforward. Michael Myers is still trying to get screwed, but kills a few people on the way. The kills, like, they were okay, yeah. They were nowhere near as iconic as the first one, and the first one didn't even have that much blood in it. But to me, the first Halloween film didn't need that much blood, because the scenes were just that iconic and impactful to the horror space in general. This film is also that, but on a lesser degree in my opinion. The film is just great, but not amazing or perfect like the first one was. Which I understand a lot of Michael Myers fans, Halloween fans love this film, completely fucking die for it. I understand that. It's a great sequel, but it can be boring at times. During the film, I was getting just a little tired seeing, like, the hospital scenes over and over again. But the pros outweigh the cons, in my opinion. Because there's still, like I said, still enough action. There's just a little bit of more boring scenes mixed in. It's like more slower than the first one, arguably. I feel like it just needed a little bit more action-y scenes. Still probably give it like 8.5, maybe even 9 out of 10. It is a great sequel, And that's really all I have to say. Overall, out of my 3 pumpkin system to show it to a viewer, I would say for a Halloween fan or just a more older like horror fan, I would give it a 3 pumpkin out of 3. If you love the first one, you will probably love this one. If this is a more newer fan of horror, it is a lot slower than the first one, so there's that. So I think I'm gonna give it a 0 pumpkin out of 3 to a newer horror fan. Once they start like slowly progressing into horror films, like they see fast-paced films, but they slowly get slower and slower over time. Yeah, put this film on; they'll probably love it. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Halloween 2 is amazing. It's just not perfect like the first one was. And that is the end of my Halloween 2 review. I didn't really get into that big of details in this film because I don't really get too into detail with like any of my reviews. I just like talking about specific things, because, well, I kind of want my reviews to be simple, very simple to understand. Obviously, yeah, that's really all I have to say.